Welcome to Monthly Money, where I sit down with someone, see what they've been spending their money on in the previous month versus the money that they brought in, and seeing what things they can change in order to meet the goals that they have. Today we are meeting with Ashley. Ashley, thank you for being here. Thanks for being here. How's your day
Hi.
so far?
Hi, thank you for having me.
And where are you based out of, Ashley?
So I recently moved to Houston. I'm originally from Tampa, Florida.
How old are you?
I'm 23. I turn 24 next 2 months. Oh, yeah.
Okay, what brought you to Houston from Tampa?
So I wanted to change the scenery. One, two, I'm getting my master's at U of H.
Ooh.
And three, I really miss Texas. I was living here in some a little bit during my middle school years. And I really enjoy Texas. Cost of living is cheaper, definitely not in the Austin area. I know that's where you're based out of. But I just think Texas is a really good state. Yeah. I was born here, so I might be a little biased, but it's okay.
Okay, were you born in Houston?
No, I was born in Wichita Falls, Texas, a very small town up north.
What are you in grad school for at the University of Houston?
Yeah, I go to U of H for speech language pathology.
What do you want to do with that?
So I'm definitely more interested in the adult side of things. So working in a skilled nursing facility for older adults who have dementia, any sort of cognitive decline, TBI or stroke patients. That's my main career focus, but my side hustle that I haven't pursued and yet, but I'm still researching is doing Airbnbs for business. So basically real estate, essentially, because that is, as we all know, the key to financial freedom. So
Why do you need a graduate degree to do that?
no, no. So my speech language pathology field is for my master's. The real estate is on hold because I'm doing my master's right now.
Why are you
So
doing your
after the
master's?
graduate,
Why are you doing your master's if you want to just do real estate anyway?
I want to do both.
Okay.
Is that okay?
I mean, it's, I'm just, because, well, is it paid for or are you paying for it?
My master's?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of, well, I guess we'll talk more about that. I have a couple scholarships covering it, and I took a gap year when I graduated my bachelor's, and I saved up a lot to pay it out of pocket. So I currently have no student debt, especially after the Biden law that passed a week ago. I think it was this week. I can't remember. Oh, amazing. So hopefully that will keep me out of student debt, even more in the future.
Gotcha. Okay. Because when it comes to the answer, like, well, is that bad? Well, whether it's bad or good, I guess to me, comes down to the one, are you going into debt for it? And two, what's the return on investment for it? And, if it's something that if you're still going into real estate, after that. So, what's the exact job that you're trying to get with it?
So it's a speech language pathologist in a skilled nursing facility. So we
What,
basically,
what does that pay?
just depends on a lot of factors. That's a good question. I think a recent graduate out of grad a new grad out of graduate school would get paid, I would say 60. And then once you're experienced, once you have a couple certifications under your belt, it would go up to 90.
Oh, great. Yeah, grad school is not enough. You got to get certifications.
I
Fantastic.
know. Yeah. And I mean, of course, you still got to pay those certifications out of pocket too. I mean, I'm sure some jobs cover it, but I haven't heard that to be common. I know.
All right. Let's look through your monthly money, see what you're spending on, what things are going to. Everyday checking, previous balance $562.52. Deposited in 11,186 for someone in grad school. That's a lot of money being put in. But withdrew $8,110. That ending balance $3,638. Who? Let us see. Where was a lot of that from savings. So amount transfer from savings $46, $50, $100. I don't like seeing things being just transferred from savings and then you're paying off credit card 538.
Yeah.
Transfer from shares 120, 300, 200, and then 325, and then 346. Uh,
I know. So I think a part of that reason is I don't like odd numbers in my savings. Like, you might ask, I'm gonna let you keep going because there's a reason why I do that.
Okay, I was gonna say because in order to make things odd, that doesn't mean you have to, or even doesn't mean you have to constantly transfer hundreds of dollars. Whatever. Okay. Mongolia Park Apartments. Is that your apartment?
It's my rent. Yes.
Just over $1,000 for your rent.
I know. It's disgusting.
Transfer from shares, 858. Gosh. Then he spent 858 at Randall's.
Oh, okay. So I can, those are okay. I understand now because I'm like, wait, I don't know why I did these spendings. So I send money to my mom, and she's currently residing in Peru, and so it's not. So she'll send me money because we have a joint bank account, and then I'll transfer that money through Western Union at Randall's. That's where those trans. So it's not my. It's not like I'm spending random money. I'm literally just sending money to her. So
Okay.
that money, honestly, just ignore it because that's like that has nothing to do with me. I'm just sending her money. Yeah.
Paid 3,358 from National Fin Service
Oh, that's
LLC.
my mutual. Sorry, that's my mutual fund. Yeah.
So that's not even pay. Transfers from shares, transfers from shares, transfers from shares. 100, 245, 258, 338. Oi. Then just a deposit of 570. So, oh my gosh. Well, you're not spending money on things. All this stuff is just transfers back and forth.
No.
It's crazy. What do you
Better than me spending that money.
do you have a source of income right now?
I do. I had three at that time, but now I have two.
What do you do? What is it right now?
So, oh, it just depends. Are you talking about like my monthly income?
Yeah.
So right now it's 720 a month. This doesn't sound like a lot. I know.
That doesn't sound like a lot at all. You make 1,001. No, your rent is $250 more than that.
But you have to understand, so during that time I was doing a nanny gig. So I was getting, I want to say 320 a week.
Well, I don't care what you were doing, what you are doing right now.
So currently, because I'm a student, I can't afford to pay that rent. And before I moved to Texas, me and my family all had a conversation of how the heck I would survive up here. And I originally was going to take out loans to pay those rents because that's kind of what students do at this point. No, listen, wait, it gets better. And I didn't want my family to help me because I'm at the point where my age where I want to continue my degree and I don't want them to, I don't want to be a burden to them. But my family is very, very supportive of me, and my rent is being taken care of by my dad. So he's paying my rent, and I take care of the utilities. And I pay my car insurance, my health insurance. So it's a balance because I'm not in a place right now where I can afford that. So it's not like I'm negative. It's not like I'm just, kind of not in a place where I'm not surviving, if that makes sense.
There's nothing wrong with getting help from parents, especially when in college, if they're offering that. That is not a bad thing at all. I wouldn't consider that a burden if they are offering that. So that's just being a supportive family when they have the means to do so. That's great. So your membership savings, how is there? How what was the total balance? Well, interesting. So previous balance, $136,860. Crazy. But with the Drew 103,000, you only have $36,000 in there now. What is up with this? Tell me.
So my mom and I bought a house, and that's where I'm actually moving to this whole week. And so we bought a house. I want to say we closed on it actually this past Friday, and the down payment was 100K.
Bought a house with your mom?
I did, yeah. So we're no longer in the rent cycle.
But what? But you bought it with your mom. Like
So is that bad?
purchasing with really anyone who's not like your married spouse can create a lot of risk.
Okay.
Why did you guys do it this way? What is the split on it? Are you like paying rent to her? Like how much of this money, like what? Tell me.
The reason why we decided to buy a house, because I was originally going to continue looking for another place to stay, renting. The reason why we bought a house is we wanted to get out of the crazy rent cycle. It's getting really out of hand. And Houston is not like the safest city. And obviously, I go to V of H, and anywhere near the third ward area, it's not good, but it's very cheap. And I don't want to be in that area. And so we moved to a city called Baytown, which is about 35 minutes. And we decided on a house because we were gonna one day sell it again and gain more equity out of it. And then two, I'm gonna help pay utilities, but my mom is a veteran, and so she has a pension that will help her pay for that mortgage. So we're not in a place where we're just doing crazy purchases at the moment. And I'm still gonna continue working as well. And I actually just recently got a raise today, so it's not that bad.
Of the 100,000, how much from each?
No, so that was all her. That was all her.
So wait, are you on it? Are you on the mortgage? How?
Yeah.
For what?
Well, so the house is under both of ours name, but it's primarily hers. Primarily going to be her house.
So you didn't put a single dollar into it though.
No, I did not.
But you are on the mortgage?
Right.
It's odd. Why are you on the mortgage?
So she wants. I didn't want it to be on it originally, but she wants that house to be mine one day, and I know that eventually I am gonna sell it, and we've had this conversation already, and yeah, to buy a bigger house. But that's like after I graduate, after I'm more stabilized in my career.
It's fine, I guess. I would have rather you have not been on the mortgage and then maybe if at that point that she wanted it to be yours, she could just like, you know, I mean, there's ways to do it where either you transfer, or maybe she sells it for like a dollar to you, or you know, there's a few ways to do it, but I don't like that you're on the mortgage now. It's just kind of weird.
I see what you're saying.
So hundred. So is this a joint savings account?
Yeah, it is a joint. It's joint with my mom.
Your mom, who's not even in the country.
Right. That was another complicated process. So when we closed on the house, it was a closing day and I had to sign all the documents. I was basically her agent because which is weird because I don't know, it's just this confused process. But I think a part of it has to do because she did the main down payment.
So weird. Is she going to be living there at all?
She is. I know. I should have clarified that. She is going to be living there. She's back and forth between Peru and here. She was going through a little bit of a mental health crisis, and she went to Peru to find her mental health healing, and she's doing much better. And I'm gonna be honest, like she's happier in Peru. My whole family's over there too. My grandma's with me right now. She's at work, but like my whole family, we're in the process of moving to Texas. We were originally in Tampa, but since I moved Houston by myself, we all agreed that we needed a change of scenery. Florida's crazy expensive, and it's not that we bought a house just because I'm in grad school, but my mom really wanted to buy a house too, so it kind of worked out perfectly. But she is coming back in October.
So the money market savings, you deposited 4,846 and took out 4,786. What's up?
um I'm not sure.
Was this your mom or is this you? Because now I know this is joint.
4,000. Can you screen share that to me? Sorry.
Well, it's on a different thing, but if you pull up the documents you sent me,
Sorry. Yeah, let me go ahead and look at that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know. I probably do know. 3,000, no. 4,000, you said 4,000? No, 1,000.
in total,
Wait, 1,468? No.
there were some individual ones, but in total was the 4,000.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not sure.
My dude, this account is a mess. You got to get your own checking account.
I do have my own checking. So the joint account is with my mom. That's the 0089 account.
Okay, you might need to get your own savings too.
I do.
Well, you said this is joint.
So that's why I said there's two savings account. There's 0089. That's the one with my mom. And then there's another one. It's because I crossed out all the numbers. I can't remember it. It's the MMS money market savings.
The money market savings is yours?
That one's mine. That one's by myself.
Why was 4,846 put in and why was 4,786 taken out?
I can't remember that. I'm so sorry.
You
I know. I know.
No, that's crazy. That's almost $5,000 that you can't account for.
I can't. No, I mean, I didn't spend it. I'm just trying to think where I put it. It was if I can't tell you. I'm so sorry.
Be sorry for yourself, though. That's a lot of money. That's so bad.
I know. I think what I probably did, though, if I'm gonna be honest, I probably divided it up into my Roth, into my other savings account. I think because I have one savings account for leisure, for traveling purposes. I have one that's my emergency fund, and one is my Roth. So I probably divided it up into those three. I just can't remember.
How much is in your emergency fund?
Not as much as I'd like for it to be. So it was originally at 1,200, and now it's at 600.
That's not even an emergency fund. That's a.
I know. It's
You don't need a travel fund while you don't have an emergency fund.
The travel fund's like 300. It's not that. And
okay, put that 300 in the general emergency fund. You do not need a travel fund while you don't have an emergency fund.
But I have a couple of trips coming up, though.
I don't care about these trips. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You don't have an emergency fund. That's the most basic point of needing to exist financially before you're allowed to have any fun.
Mm-hmm. So there's a wedding that I was invited to in November. I'm not going to go ham. I'm not a big spender, as you can see. I just transfer a lot of money everywhere. But I just can't go with $0. You know what I mean? And that's like when I get paid, when I break up my money in different accounts.
Where's the wedding?
Tampa. It's in Florida.
Drive.
No, because then first of all, I bought a ticket, and then second of all, that's gonna put miles on my car, oil change, all that.
Dude.
Also, the ticket was hella cheap. It was like $90.
Okay, so take the other $210 and put it in your. Wait, it doesn't matter. The savings account, if you already bought it, the savings account doesn't matter. So you don't need that $300 for this $900 or $90 ticket.
No, honestly, you're so right. Because I think I was gonna add an additional like 20 or 50 just to be on the safe side, and then I was done saving on that. Because that's for Tampa, and it's also for Greece that I have coming up in March.
No. Why would you do Greece when you don't have an emergency fund?
Okay, these are things that I didn't. So this is the part where I'm grateful for my family, but they make me commit to things that I wasn't prepared for. So my grandma, not the one here, but on my dad's side, it was a part of her retirement gift, or not gift, her retirement like party or celebration. She bought me and 6 or 7 other family members all their Greece tickets, like Airbnbs, everything. And I was a part of that. And she just told me last minute, she just called me up one day. She's like, hey, you're going to Greece. I'm like, what? I was excited, but I'm like, I wasn't prepared for this. So now I have to prepare.
If it's paid for, that's fine.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saving up I'm not going to save up like $600. Like, I'm probably going to bring like $300 or $400, not even that much. And it's in March, first of all. So there's still time. And second of all, I forgot what I was going to say, but yeah.
No, travel fund doesn't exist while you're saving up for emergency fund. That's just how it is. But your mutual fund. You have some mutual funds. So total value of your portfolio 12,296. I do like to see that. Down for the year, started to come back up. It is you've withdrew money from it.
I sure did. And you're going to love the reason why. Because I'm avoiding those student loan debts, and I paid off my tuition. I know I owe nothing. And I actually put a part of that back. So I paid, I want to say 1/3 of it out of pocket out of that I think it was 3530. I paid off 3,000, or I took out 3,353 out of that mutual fund. but I actually put back 1,200 because it was extra that I already paid off, and I put it back in the mutual fund. So that mutual fund, the whole purpose of that is for my tuition. That whole gap year that I took off after I graduate with my BA, I saved up and I put it in there, and yeah, and I don't really touch it unless it's for tuition purposes.
Okay, fine. It's a little weird that it's in a mutual fund when it's kind of essentially saving up to, uh, for college. I would have put that in a high yield savings account because it's actually lost the value, and I'm okay with losing value for a little bit, but not for short term saving up in order to pay for something. So it's kind of a weird way to do it, but whatever, you did it. It's fine. I like to see the money in there. Let's look at these student loans. Current balance 9,349. I'm assuming you qualify for the 10,000 forgiveness, correct?
Yes.
So this is most likely to be forgiven. We'll just have to see how it works. Um, you know, we're still waiting on a lot of information, but hopefully it's forgiven for you. That'd be awesome. And you're not taking out any student loans for grad school?
No, that's the only one. That was in spring of this year. And I don't know why. I'm so mad at myself. I feel like I should have took that whole summer off because I had the summer off. I should have just paid it by chunk, but in a way, like I'm not feeling guilty because Biden passed this law. But yeah, basically that loan is there as you've seen it, but it doesn't exist because of the law, but it still does.
Well, it's not a law. He was instructing essentially the Department of Education to do it, and it'll probably be challenged by court because everything that's more executive gets challenged by court. But we will see. I hope it is forgiven for your sake because that's awesome. All of a sudden you would have zero student loan debt. Do you have any credit card debt?
No credit card debt.
Do you have any vehicle debt?
Yes and no. So I pay monthly 300 for the car. I know.
You don't make any money.
So yeah.
What's the car?
It's a 2019 Toyota CHR. I got it in 2019.
Okay. How much longer until this is paid off?
About, I want to say, a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah. So right when I graduate, it'll be paid off.
Good. Your rent's covered for, so of your $750 you're bringing in, 300 goes to this, and you have car insurance, then you have your own insurance, and then you have to pay for your food.
I have my other job. I'm I don't know if that's the correct terminology, but my aunt, she's a GI and she's a life coach, and she recently started her life coach business, and she put me to be a social media manager, social media associate. So I kind of do that, I want to say 3 or 4 hours a week. So any social media job that she needs me to do, I do it.
What do you get a month for that?
I just started it, so it's not consistent, but my last paycheck or whatever money was about 100. Yeah. But it's not much. But it's still something.
Who's paying for your food right now? You or your family?
I'm paying for it. And then if I do need some support, then my grandma's also working as well. I really try not to. I know. I tell her all the time, I got it. It's okay. And she is very stubborn about helping out.
So what you should 100% do, kill the travel fund, doesn't exist. I'm okay if things are paid for. Put that in your emergency fund. I think that'll be, since you have the support of your family, I think there's a little extra safety net there. Then what's the interest rate on your car loan?
4.5. Yeah.
Okay, since there's only a year and
that was like before everything right now.
Since there's only a year and a half left on that, any extra money you have towards it, I would put towards your emergency fund. Get your emergency fund to at least 10,000, 15,000, please. It's going to take you a long time because you make no money, and a lot of your money is going to paying for tuition. And I'm glad you're cash flowing college. Continue to do that, but I would try to get $10,000 to $15,000 for after grad school. All of a sudden you have that in an emergency fund. It's great. You don't have to stress too much, and then all of a sudden your car will be paid off in a year and a half. How much longer for grad school until you have a degree?
2020, May of 2024.
Dang it, that's a long time, and I hate the income you're going to be making after that without getting additional certifications, 60,000. But you're going to cash flow the whole thing. You're not going to do debt once.
No, no. I mean, at this point, the rate that I'm going, because I'm a pretty good saver, I don't think I'm going to take out any loans right now, or it's anytime in the future. And if I do, it'll be very minimal, maybe like 2,000.
No, don't.
Well, I know. I'm saying like, let's say worst case scenario, if I run out of the funds in the mutual fund, worst case scenario. But I'm not going to graduate with I feel like more than 10K in my.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not.
Well, you keep saying worst case scenario. That's what the emergency fund is for, and that's why you don't need a travel fund.
True.
You don't. It's stupid. It's objectively stupid.
I mean, you say it is, and I can see why you're saying that, but I feel like it's worse to go without anything. Like honestly, I'm done though. Like I'm like if you were to go to Greece without any money, who like I don't want to just ask my family for I don't know.
You have your money in your checking account. And budget what you're allowed to spend. Do not have a travel emergency fund. That's stupid. Just have what you're able to spend in the checking. Don't spend more than that in your allocated travel, whatever, for this Greece thing. And then stop. And then tell your parents, this is what I'm trying to do in order to meet these financial goals. If you want me to go, maybe help me. That's fine. But because you're kind of pressured into it, no more travel fund. You have an emergency fund for the worst case scenarios, so you do not take out a single cent of student loan debt. It would be so stupid. You don't have to. Especially since you're not going to be making that much for a graduate degree.
I know, it's embarrassing. That's why I'm going into real estate, because I can't work until I'm 60K. But it's not even work. That's not what I meant. It's just more like I feel like financial freedom is so possible in my family. I want to break those generational curses. Like I want to help support my family. They've supported me so much, and I'm getting emotional, but it's just I come up from a very humble background, and the fact that like they started with nothing and then they're helping me out. Sorry. I just want to give back,
I want you to too. And the best way to do that is to be smart and eliminating a travel fund so you have a good emergency fund, so there is no worst case scenario for you to have student loan debt. If you don't have student loan debt when you graduate, $60,000 is still good. $90,000 is great after you get your certifications and everything, and you'll be able to give back, and that'll be awesome, and I want you to do that. But do what is smart first to get there, because we all want you to get there. The comment section wants you to get there, but be smart.
Yeah, you're right. No, thank you. I appreciate that.
Let Ashley know what you think about her financial situation in the comments below. And if you want to help grow this channel and view things like this live and video chat with me once a week, and also chat with me on a daily basis in different channels, feel free to join my private Discord, which is linked in the description below. Shout out to my 4 Cups of Coffee supporters: Abdil Martinez, Mark, Josh Bennett, Clayton006, Tyler Chong, Drew Smith, Timothy Williams, Sam I Am, Jason Spriggs, Nicholas Dowley, Tom L, Jay Freedom, and 8 Cups of Coffee supporters. You are making the dream come true: Joseph Strickland, Anthony, and Anonymous supporter, and Sam V03. You are all the best. Seriously, thank you so much. Subscribe and stick around for more. Thanks.